Hey, what's up? In this video, we are going to look at how to create a members area. We're going to be taking a look inside of two different areas. We have a funnel here in ClickFunnels, which is the soulmate code. This is where all of the funnel material for this particular funnel is located. So once people go through this funnel and they go through the order form, once they go through the order form process, and you take the money from your client, they are automatically put into the members area via the products tab. So if you go to products, if you're in ClickFunnels, if you're using ClickFunnels here, then go in. You don't have to do this if you've already done this. But if you're creating products, if you ever go into another funnel and need to do this process, you go here to products, go to each product, and make sure that you go to the fulfillment email tab up here at the top, and you can customize this email if you want. Right now it's default and says thank you for your purchase, blah blah blah. Down here where it says thank you page, want to make sure that it goes to your members area funnel. We have a funnel that we're going to go in and customize here in just a moment, but we want to make sure that after they buy, that they're redirected properly. We want to make sure that they go to the members area that you've built, which is right here. We're going to call this, for this particular instance, is the members area. Okay, so, and of course, when you're done, make sure that you hit update product. Mine's pretty much the same. And that's it for that. But let's look at something. The other day, I actually made a video. You may or may not have seen it, but I wanted to show you this as a way to organize your thoughts about how to create a program. Like when you're creating a course, this is an amazingly simple way to organize your thoughts and how you're going to put this stuff into a product. So this was for one of my drone businesses, and I was just kind of going through here, kind of creating something. Let's say you have, this is Trello, by the way. If you don't have a Trello account, I'll leave a link for you, but go set up a Trello account and use this. Create a board. You can see when you go to Trello, you can go here, you can make little boards. I created a board for the six-figure drone operator, but of course that can change. But what I'm trying to get at is you can organize your sections and the lessons, the sub-lessons that go into each section. So the welcome is going to be the first thing. When somebody buys, they're going to go into your welcome. You might give them an introduction video with some resources or something, right? The second thing might be week one. You could say week one / legalize your business, or for what you're doing. I know this may be something completely different, but I'm using this as an example for what we're doing. Everybody's program is a little bit different. Yours is going to be what yours is. So if you already have your thing down, if it's already organized, don't worry about this. But if you want to use this, it's really cool. You can be like, oh, you know what? I can move things around. Like this section would actually be better over here. You can move stuff. Oh, this might actually be better over here in this section, or and then when you just want to move stuff, it's really good for organizing thoughts and just kind of brain dumping. And then when you're done brain dumping, you can kind of move stuff around. It's super awesome. So again, this is exactly how. What's really cool is this is almost exactly how it's going to turn out in ClickFunnels. So let's look at ClickFunnels again. Let's go back to Browse Funnels, and I've created a funnel called SMC Members Area, particularly for this product. Okay, now you may end up with more than one funnel leading into this members area, which is why I've created a separate funnel for the members area. It's a two pages. Inside you'll see an access area and a membership area where you actually have all the content. But the reason that I have it separate is so that if you end up using you might have a different funnel one day that, let's say this is a Facebook funnel. You might have another one that you use for email. You might have another funnel that's meant for organic traffic. You might have another one that you use for banner ads. There's just almost an infinite number of different reasons that you might drive people from different areas, but you don't want to have a members area embedded into each one of those funnels, which is actually what ClickFunnels teaches to do. But there's no reason that you can't just have it separate. That way, when you have to update the program, you don't have to update it like 5 times in 5 different areas. So just create one members area, and then for each funnel that you have created that you're testing, you can lead everybody back into one members area. So we're going to go into that members area right now. We're going to click on members area. You can see if you want to, I'll show you this here. This is completely customizable. You can change the header, the way that looks. That should be kind of a longer, more horizontal kind of graphic that you can use, or you can just use text in there instead of a graphic. It's not like it's linking anywhere. There's really not a lot to customize except for the logo and maybe the background and the colors that you use. So once you're happy with that, you just hit the save button up in the corner, call it good. I'm not going to make any changes here. I was just showing that to you. But we're going to go into the members area. And this is where I want to spend most of the time for this. I'm going to show you with 1 or 2 videos, just show you how simple it is to really go in here on your own and make the changes or add content to your members area. It's really not that hard. So it's something that you can do if you have ClickFunnels, which you do, then you'll be able to do this pretty quickly, pretty easily. So let's take a look at how this works. It's really, you can see like there's a welcome area, sub lesson, week 1, modern day love, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. You can change the name of lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, etc. And when you want to have week 2, you say, I want a new lesson section. So that might be week number 2, and then the product requirements might be that they have bought this particular product. So we're just going to hold down the shift button and make sure that both of these are selected. That way, the only way that somebody can get access to this module is if they paid for this particular product. That's how you restrict the product only to people who have bought. That way, if people are sharing around the link to create, I mean, if somebody pays you a lot of money to get into your members area, they're probably not going to want to share that link around and go, yeah, here, I paid like $3,000 for this. So why don't you just get in there and take a look at it? That's kind of, I wouldn't do that. So I wouldn't expect a lot of other people who paid a lot of money for something and say, yeah, dude, you'll go buy it yourself. But make sure that you do that. Just make sure that you've restricted that product. Otherwise, people might be able to get in there if they get access, somehow get access to your link. All right, so I'm just going to leave that down there right now. You can see it. It just says week number 2, but when we have a name for that, we'll go in there and add that. So we've already added some content into lesson 1 introduction. We've already customized our members area. So the way that you would edit this, let's say we've already added content to lesson 1 and lesson 2. What we're going to do today, we're going to go in and change lesson 3. We're going to edit that, okay? So when you say edit go into edit, what it's going to do is it is going to create kind of like a little, kind of a standard page. What we're going to do is we're just going to name this lesson 3 was named, I think, take 100% responsibility, right? So, and you can change that anytime you want. You can go back in there. By default, it has a little subhead down here. You can use that if you want, but we're just going to delete it because we don't really have any subhead or anything clever to say there. So let's just take 100% responsibility. Now the video. If you have your video that you've created in Vimeo or YouTube, all you need is the URL that's up at the top of the bar in the URL bar. So this is video. This is love lesson number 3 for the soulmate code. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab that link. We're going to copy it, and we're going to go back into ClickFunnels. This is inside Vimeo. This video can be password protected, but there's really no need for that. If you want to password protect it or unpassword protect it, make sure that that is taken care of inside of Vimeo. If you're using Vimeo, if you're using YouTube, I don't even think you can password protect a video, but you can make videos private. So you will want to make sure if you're using YouTube that your videos are unlisted or that they are public. So that's up to you whether you want them unlisted or public. If you want people to be able to see those, That's totally up to you. But let's go back into ClickFunnels here. We're going to click on the video itself. I'm going to click right on the video, and what I'm going to show you here is the different video types. If you see down here, don't worry about element names and all this different stuff. Down here it says video type. You can see YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia. If you're using Wistia, you can get video viewing statistics. I think you can get some basic stats with YouTube and Vimeo, but nothing like what Wistia is going to give you. But if it's not that big a deal, if you're using Vimeo, let's click on Vimeo, and we're going to take that link that we just copied out of the Vimeo. Remember, that was this link right up here in the URL bar for week 3. We're going to go back into ClickFunnels. We're just going to paste that right here with a Command V, or if you're on a PC, do a Control V, I believe will do it. We don't want this to autoplay, so we're going to leave that off. The custom width, it's already at full width when you go in here, so don't mess with this. That way it'll auto change depending on the person's desktop or their laptop size. Really not a big difference. I mean, if you want to change the color of the skin, you can go right ahead. All the other ones are black for this particular one, but if you're creating something new and feel like putting it in there, then just do whatever. But once you're done with that, just hit the save button here just to make sure that that information saves, and then close that out. Oops, I take that back. Let's go back in because we have to go back in. That actually shut us out of the whole thing. So anyway, that should have saved, and it did, so that information is still there. What we're going to do is come back down here. If you have a text blurb, you're going to want to put that information right here. Okay, so you can change that out. You can say use the password to watch this, whatever it is that you want to put in here. Put something in here. What we're going to do, I'm just going to delete that so that it's cleared out for right now. And then down here, if you want to have a resource block, you can use that. There are no resources that we have available for this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to hide this for right now if I can. I don't know if you can do that in this particular. Let's try this. Second row. Okay, yep, you can. Second column row. I just went into rows here and then come down to second row column, and you can see over here on the left how that highlighted, and then we're going to hide it with the icon. That way, if we want to come back to it, we can put those resources in. Nothing big, very simplistic, and that's it. And that's it. Once you're happy with the way things are looking, just come over here and click save, just like we did before and accidentally kicked ourselves out of it. Click on save, and now I'm going to show you, hit the close button. Now I'm going to show you how to preview what you just did. So you can do this with as many lessons and as many lesson sections as you want, but I'm going to show you how to preview this. If you go here to open in editor, the big yellow button, it's the only yellow button on here really. So click on there, and it's going to bring up kind of an outline. This is not the preview of what your members area is going to look like. I mean, it kind of looks like this for the most part, but this section over here is just kind of a template design. So what we're going to do is click on preview over here on the far right side of the screen. Click on preview, and then this is what your area looks like. This is in fact what your entire area looks like. So over here on the left, you can drop down the introduction area. Week 1, we've got lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. You'll notice on the welcome area how we added in some downloadable products, some resources here, so you can make that happen. Down here, it gives you any information that you need for that. And then down here is the download resource. So if somebody misses the fact that this is here, maybe they'll see it down here and they could still download that resource. That's a good way to do that so that they get all the information that they want. Let's look at lesson 3, and that video is up and running right now so people can play it. All right, now here's one of the things that I wanted to show you that you can do inside of the members area. The way that it looks on most laptops, things might look a little bit small, so it's going to be kind of hard for some, depending on the size of the videos and the stuff that you built, it's kind of hard to read. But if you come over here and you see the Vimeo full screen icon, people that are watching your video, just make sure that you maybe mention it in your video. Hey, if you're having a hard time seeing this, just go ahead and click on the full screen icon in the bottom dock there on the video, and it'll just go full screen, just like this. And then they just have to hit escape to exit full screen, and they can watch the video. And they might want to do that, on these the videos that are 25 minutes long. They're going to want to just sit back and chill and learn what they're going to learn in the full screen environment and just take everything in. So that's how that works. I do want to show you one more thing if you're going to do this on your own. Let me get rid of this screen here. We're going to go back into here and click on exit. And this is completely customizable too if you want to add in some resources over here in the left column. In fact, if you want to make the video bigger, you can actually just do that right there, although it squishes everything up on the far left side. And we'll see how that looks. Let's roll with that for a little bit. So sometimes it'll give you an error. I've noticed this on this when you're doing this, but all you have to do is just click twice. Normally it just saves it the second time. I've never had any issues. Click on exit. And what I want to show you is the subsections down here. So there's add new lesson section, which is going to add in your big section here. And then you've got your add new lesson. So each section has as many lessons as you want. So if you want to add a lesson in, you restrict, when I showed you that you could restrict access, like we restricted access to week 2 by what did we do? We restricted that by product purchase. You cannot do that with the lesson, so we're going to add a lesson only with the sections. But you can drip delay the information inside of there. So let's say select a lesson section. So what we're going to do is add a lesson into week 2, like there, and we're going to name that lesson, name of week 2 lesson. So you go back and change this when you get a chance. Change the template. This is where you're going to change the template. I always use the video lesson for this, the resource list, the membership. It's more like just a listing. Really, the best one that you can use for the type of videos that most people are going to be doing is just a video lesson. That's exactly like what we just changed there. So if you want to drip delay this to come out, because this is week 2, if you want to drip delay this to come out 7 days later, they'll never see this content until they've been in the program and in for 7 days. There is unfortunately no way to when somebody makes it through week 1, they just say, hey, look, I made it through week 1. This stuff just comes up it just comes up 7 days later. ClickFunnels is really awesome for simple membership sites. It's not the most robust, but it's very simple, easy to use if you want to put something into play and have them go through there and just have them have the availability to all the material, the resources, the videos, everything that they need. So, and if you want to drip delay it, by all means, this is how you do it. So week 1 might be 7 days. If you're, 0 for week 1. 7 for week 2 might be 14 for week 3, 21 for week 4, and so forth and so forth. I think you guys understand that concept. So what we're going to do is just click on create lesson here anyway, and you're going to do the same thing with all the other ones. So whenever you're ready to add more content, you'll just go into the next lesson, click open editor. If you want to change the name of this later, click on this little editor icon right here, and you can change the name of the lesson. You can say lesson 4, XXXX, whatever, and then you can change the drip delay on that. So anyway, let's click update lesson there, and if you want to restrict access at a later time, you can do that. Let's see if we go in. I did not restrict access on week number 1. When you're ready to go live, you'll have to go in and restrict access for every product that gives people access. And you only have 2 in this particular instance. So you just want to make sure that they're both clicked. Click update lesson, and you should be good to go. So that's it. I really don't have anything else for this. So I hope that this helped for you. And if you want to build your own membership area, or you want to start adding your own content into your own members area using ClickFunnels, this is how you do it. This was a pretty simple demonstration showing you how that works. If you have any questions, please let us know. And listen, if you guys like the members area, if you like this funnel, I'm going to sterilize this and make this available to you. If you want to click on the link down below in the description, I'll leave this available to you. That way, all you have to do is jump in, grab this. If you're new to ClickFunnels, go ahead and grab this. ClickFunnels has a great membership area. Like I said earlier, it's simplistic. It's not real robust, but it gets the job done. If you want to track progress and give people badges and stars and all that kinds of crap, you might want to go with something a little more robust. But this is pretty decent. Do keep in mind if somebody cancels out of a membership program or they want a refund, you will have to go in and go into the contacts and the members area and just make sure that you delete them out of the particular members area. And I think you go into members area here and then go to members here up at the top, and then just from there, you're just going to literally just delete them out. Delete. So that's it. Guys, I don't have anything else for you, so give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Leave us a comment if you have any questions. We're here for you. I'll leave a link to ClickFunnels down below, and if you guys want to get, say, if you already have ClickFunnels and you'd like to get 6 months for free, you can get the Funnel Hacks Masterclass, and you will save $1,000. No, that is no BS. You'll save $1,000 by getting the Funnel Hacks Masterclass, because they give you 6 free months of the highest level access to ClickFunnels, which is $300 a month. So 6 months, $1,800. I think a program's like $1,000. So you will save, I guess it's $800. You'll save it like $800, which is still pretty good. So if you want all that for free, I'll leave a link down in the description for that as well. Plus, if you want this members area, I will sterilize this, make this available to you. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. I will talk to you guys in another video. Take care.